Garcia for 5 minutes.
The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and colleagues. I stand here, believe it or not, with a grateful heart. Over the last several days, many of you have reached out with kindness and understanding. I appreciate your concern for me and your desire to keep our caucus united. I wasn't expecting to stand here to debate my retirement. But before any of us are members of Congress, we're husbands, we're grandfathers, we're sons, we're mothers, and we're sisters. We're regular people. But life reminds us that our jobs come second to the people waiting for us at home. Yes, sir. After nearly 40 years of public service, I decided not to seek a fifth term, and I'm proud to have served with integrity and respect. That's right. I turned 70 next spring, and I decided that it was time to dedicate more of my time to the people who have sacrificed the most so that I could serve. Yes, my wife of almost 50 years, my children, my grandchildren, the family that steadied me through victories and through heartbreak. When my daughter Rosa passed away in 2023 and left us 4 beautiful young children, it shook our entire world. Overnight, our house became a home for those kids. We did what every family does. We stepped up. Yep. We held them close and we gave them love and stability. Despite dealing with multiple sclerosis, my wife Evelyn carried the heaviest load as their day-to-day caregiver. Because of my wife, I was able to keep meeting the responsibilities of my job here and in the district. I filed to run for Congress because this work is more important than ever, and I wanted to deliver for my community and to be part, hopefully, of a new House majority next year. I followed the rules of Illinois and its election law. When the ballot was open for anyone to file, as they had over the past 6 years and the 4 times that I stood for election. And contrary to claims that were made earlier today, I did not circulate any petitions that I was accused of circulating. I only circulated when I filed on the first day. But as I looked ahead, I had to be honest about what the next term would demand and what my family needed. I saw the big picture, supporting my wife as we manage her illness, taking better care of my own health, and being present for the grandson that we just adopted 2 weeks ago. It was a tough decision, but I made that choice as any husband, father, grandfather would make at that moment. I stood by my family values and as we ask others to do. Every one of us knows the pressures that come with serving here. But I hope that none of my colleagues ever face the circumstances my family has faced in the last 3 years. Meanwhile, my district, my community is under assault by our own government. And I ask you to listen. You may have seen the reports, but pictures don't convey the screams of families being separated, U.S. citizens being arrested without cause, and the indiscriminate gassing of innocent families, including a 1-year-old just a week ago. Families in my district are living with fear and trauma that no one should have to endure in our country. Last week, we returned after 54 days with the House shuttered, including a 43-day shutdown. We returned hoping for democratic unity. Therefore, I was shocked to be called out in a resolution on the House floor. I think you would agree with me that voters don't want these arguments in Congress. The voters want us to be working to help them to afford health care, rent, and child care. Colleagues, none of us wants to spend the next year trading divisive
gentleman's time has
disapproval
expired.
resolutions.
Mr. Speaker, I would yield an additional minute to the gentleman.
The gentleman is recognized for an additional 1 minute.
Our voters don't want this either. We should not be distracted by political ploys when our constituents want us to stay focused and deliver for them. I'm going to finish my term with the same love and commitment that I brought to my first day of Congress here. When I arrived in this country as a 10-year-old, I never dreamed I'd be here. And I hope that we can all agree on this. When a colleague chooses his family, that shouldn't be a moment for division. It should be a moment for understanding and unity. One day, you might be the one making that choice, and you shouldn't have to debate it on the House floor. Thank you. I yield back.
The gentleman yields.